welcome to 5C's class assembly.
Today we're going to be talking about the ancient Mayans.
We became Mayans holiday last Monday and learned so much.
Enjoy! The Mayans were an ancient civilization. Like most civilizations, they depended on gods to bring them goods and crops they needed.
They started in 2000 BC.
Over 4,000 years ago. Wow. Although they weren't really powerful until 200 AD.
That's why on our timeline they were later than we were expecting. It's showing when they were most powerful.
They lived in Mesoamerica, which is now Central America, in countries such as Mexico, Guatemala and Belize. Many of their cities were abandoned. We don't know why or how it happened.
People think that their crops didn't grow or it was an illness.
Their cities were surrounded by rainforests. This meant they had all the resources they need, such as wood and leaves.
In their cities, they had huge temples with lots of steps up to the top.
Their houses were made up of big room with no windows and just a doorway. Their roofs were made from thatched palm roofs.
In their cities, they would also have a market area, a plaza where they had ceremonies, and a court where they played a game called pits.
They played pits instead of going to war. Lots of people would come and watch.
Pits, I wonder how they played it.
It is a 2-to-6 player game. The players use their right elbow or hips to bounce the ball to the opposite team. If you drop the ball or cross the line, then you lose.
On History Day, we had a go at pits. I think we all need a bit more practice. It was harder than it looks.
The captain of the losing team would have been sacrificed to the gods. Luckily, when we played, there were no sacrifices.
Oh, that sounds more like a war than a game.
There was over 150 gods that the Mayans believed in. They had one god for each thing in their life, such as to help their crops grow.
Ancient Mayans played pits as an entertainment for the gods. For goods from the gods, they'll give them gifts like vases, gold, food, and even sacrifices.
There were different ranks depending on how tall your headdress was. The bigger the headdress, the more important you were. These were the rankings.
First of all, the slaves, then the farmers, then the relatives of the king. The king was at the top because he had to keep the city peaceful and was a good leader in war.
Chocolate comes from cacao beans that the Mayans grew. Did you know we call them cocoa beans because someone read it wrong?
The reason we have chocolate like we do today is thanks to the Mayans.
They would mix the beans with water and chili to create a drink. They drank it before special events.
They also used the beans to trade with instead of money. You could buy turkey for 100 beans.
On History Day, we tried this drink and it tasted very bitter and spicy.
Did you know that ancient Mayans used shells, pebbles, and sticks to represent their numbers? Shell represents 0, pebble represents 1, and stick represents 5. We did Mayan maths today. Interestingly, their numbers were base 20. This is different from our numbers as we use base 10. For example, this is how they wrote the number 7. It's 1 stick and 2 pebbles.
The Mayans had a different way of writing. They used different glyphs for different words or sounds.
We made our own hieroglyphics for our names, looking at the Mayan symbols.
It would have taken years to learn the real way Mayans wrote.
We hope you enjoyed Friday's class assembly and learned lots about the ancient Mayans. Have a beautiful day.